All right, we're in the early preparation and we're in the beginning of a very, very exciting and awesome journey. And we're going to start with your target. Now, if there was one prerequisite to the course, it would probably be this, and that is finding out what you want and understanding why do you want it. Coaches tend to call this career clarity, which means you know what you want. Now let's see why that is important in the job hunt. I've helped a lot of people in my time as a career coach, and there is one thing that I particularly find difficult for others to overcome, and that is when I ask somebody, "What job are you looking for?" they tend to respond with the classic anything. Even if it is on a field, for example, engineering, they will say anything in engineering. Now, there's a problem with the word anything because anything could mean literally anything, right? Even in engineering, there's so many fields, so many roles, levels, industries. Anything is too broad. And before we dive a little deeper as to why that's important, let me tell you that as a career coach, for as long as you have the mentality of I'm looking for anything, you will never feel like you're in control of your career. Because by looking at anything or everything, you are literally putting your future, the future of your career, in the hands of the world. Whatever is open to you, whatever opportunities present themselves, that's where you're going, right? You're not really fighting so much for a destination that you want. You're just roaming. And the world can be very unforgiving at times. And it can take you down a path that is full of headaches and heartaches. So just from that, the word anything, when you're looking through different jobs and career opportunities, can be a very devastating decision. On top of that, it can cause a lot of problems for job seekers because anything means that they are going for many things, right? They can be going for one role and a different role, and all of a sudden months go by and they feel like they're making no progress. And sure enough, that's true because they are putting their efforts in all these different directions, and yet they're not moving with purpose in any one direction. And so they feel like they're not making progress either, or they feel lost because once again, by definition, they don't have a goal, they don't have a destination, they are roaming, so they're lost. So anything is a problem, especially in the job search. And that is why it's important to have a target. Now, in the job hunt, you need a target. All right, we use the word job hunting because it implies that you are hunting for something specific. When I ask somebody who is actually job hunting, what job are you looking for? They tend to have a very specific answer. For example, they can say, I'm looking for an entry-level R&D engineering role in the automotive industry. Or they can say, I'm looking to be a project manager at Google. These are very specific targets, right? And they tell you that's exactly what they are looking for. And so these people with these targets, they can make conscious efforts to actually hit them and achieve them. So months won't go by and they will feel lost or like they have made no progress because during those months they are working towards hitting those targets. Now there's two key elements of that. First, they need to know what they want, and that's what will give you direction, right? That's your destination. But hopefully these individuals also understand why. Why do they want it? Because that why is going to give you motivation. The job hunt is not always easy. The job hunt can have many struggles. The question now is your why strong enough to help you overcome all these struggles, all these challenges, to help you bridge any gaps that might be there, any obstacles that stand in your way? Is your why strong enough to get you to your what, to your destination? So that is what it means to have a target. So identify your target. That's the takeaway for this section, and that's the homework. Find out what you want, what job do you want, and understand why do you want it. Now, this isn't a career clarity course, and that is something that usually takes quite a bit of time and introspection, but we will leave it at this. If you have reached this point and you realize, I don't know what I want, and let alone I don't know why I want it, don't worry so much. At this point, find some kind of direction. Just a high level direction. Say, at least I know I like this, and it is because I like doing XYZ, or because it gives me this flexibility or these benefits. It just has some purpose. This doesn't have to be something permanent for the rest of your life. What you can do is you can find a job that will hold you over while you actually, and this is highly encouraged, while you actually take the time and perhaps work with a coach to find out what it is that you want out of your life, out of your career, so that then you can start moving with purpose, so that you can live a life that gives you so much fulfillment every day. All right, so that's the homework for this module, and I hope you have listened to my introduction. So remember, actually apply what you learned before you move on to the next one, and identify your next role. And after that, we'll see you in the next section.